What's up, my LUG heads? So we're asking ourselves this question: how do I come up with poses when I have no reference to look off of? Have you ever bumped into a situation where you're trying to draw from your imagination and all your poses are looking the same since you're not using any type of reference material? Guess what? I got a solution for you and a few extra tips along the way. I'm LUG the artist, self-taught artist. I use no reference material on this channel. Please like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And let's get into it. Stick figures. That's how, when you're a non-reference artist, I mean by non-reference, not looking off anybody else's work, we are coming up with everything from our imagination. So one of the main questions you got to ask yourself is, how do I come up with poses for my characters if I ain't got a daggone picture to look off of? And I'm telling you right now, stick figures. Stick figures are pretty much the artist's way of being able to warm up. You wouldn't ask any musician to play a concert without them at least warming up, tuning up the keys. You wouldn't ask any professional athlete just, get dressed in your uniform and run out there and play a full 60-minute game, 45-minute basketball, baseball, boxing, my favorite sport in the world. You wouldn't ask them to do that. So why would you ask yourself as an artist, or someone asks you, hey man, can you draw me this picture? You like, maybe, but let me warm up first. So when we're coming up with poses and what we want to do for our characters, without looking at a reference, we rely on stick figures. Yeah, good old stick figures, the key part. Plus, when I'm drawing, anytime before I really start getting into stuff, I'm drawing stick figures just to kind of warm myself up, kind of let myself know what I'm about to get into, make sure that I'm sharp, as sharp as I can be before I start working for real on something. So I also want to mention to you, if you notice, I haven't drawn any heads lately, and there's a reason for it. I will explain it. I promise you. One thing about your long-winded LUG the artist, I will explain things thoroughly. Even if the video ends up being like 40, 50 minutes, which this won't be. It's kind of learning my lesson. You can count on me to try to explain things as thoroughly as possible. Just want to make sure that for my folks out there who we haven't had a formal education, we haven't been blessed with that opportunity yet to work for someone and just draw all the time. We your blue collar artists. Yeah, we gotta figure stuff out on our own. We blue collar. Maybe that's that good old Midwest coming out alright. So if you notice, so I'm definitely going to fill this whole page up with some stick figures. We're going to go from there. One reason why I didn't draw the head yet is because with your body, the way I draw is torso first. Let's put it right here. Torso. Legs will be second. Your arms are third. The head. One of the reasons why we do it this way is because your torso is it's pretty much going to be part of the base, part of the foundation. It's not going to move that much when you're drawing. Your legs, right? You need a stationary, solid foundation for your legs to stand on. The arms, a little bit more flexible. You can do a lot of different things with your arms. Finally, now we'll get to the head. Pause. So with the head, one of the reasons why we draw it the last on our stick figures, just on our stick figures, it's because your head can move in any direction. You can make it work. Those are 3 heads right there. You can do it here. 1, 2, 3. Your heads can work in any direction, any motion, without messing up the base of your figure. We'll do it on all 3. So we got a head over here, got a head over here, head over here. We have our head down here, in the center, to the right. Typically 3 is what I'll do. 1, 2, 3. All right. So you got multiple heads and positions. So that's why we go with torso first, legs second for the foundation, arms third. And we do that in every picture. Now, before I start filling up this entire page with stick figures that we're going to take even further to help us as non-reference artists, show you another trick. It's called multiple figure shaping, right? So if you look here at this figure and what we did with the heads, you could change how this arm will be to get a different pose. You take that arm here, you take this arm, see here, this arm, you could take that down here. You can even take from this elbow of our stick figure. You can go up here. You could do with this leg, how it's coming out here. Say you got a little John Claw Van Damme in this stick figure. You can take his leg, take it out here. You can bring this leg in right here. These are some of the tricks to how we draw without reference. This leg right here. See how it's bent back? You take this, we can straighten it out. This leg is bent upwards. And this is all just with the stick figure. Now it's bent upwards, coming out like that. What happens if we take it down? We take it down, we can take it back. This arm, we can go even further down. Do it like this. We can take that arm and change it completely. Elbow, elbow, elbow. These 3 right here are the elbows. We go out here, go here. We could come across right here. This right here. Oh, good old karate kick with our stick figure and our 3 heads. We can take high kick to the head. We could go down here, kick it in the middle. Maybe he's kicking down at their leg. This arm, a little bit of a coming with the right hand right here. Maybe we want to extend the arm. So So we have our little elbow right here. Come here. Come down here. All right. Just wanted to give y'all something to think about. This one. I know what y'all thinking. I done drew 2 pages worth of stick figures. And my LUG heads, I know you're there with me. Like, come on now, LUG. We done drew all these stick figures. What you expect for us to do with all these stick figures? First thing I want y'all to do, out of all these stick figures that we drew, I want you to pick out the pose that you like the most out of all of them. Where the head goes, arms, everything else. Like, you're gonna pick that out. So right here, for example, we'll go ahead on. I like this arm, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. Right? I like this head, which is over here. Get rid of these 2. This other arm. Now gonna take it back here like this. Right here. That's the pose that I want. I like the expression of the legs. So these 2 in the middle, get rid of those. All right? That's our pose. So what I want you to do is go through all your poses and decide on what you want to keep, what you want to lose. And then we're going to go from there. All right, so we cleaned up what we wanted to do with our stick figures. We did multiple figure shaping just with stick figures. So at this point, we have everything that we need. So I'm gonna give y'all a tip on what I do at this point. And what that is our measurement is our head, right? We draw it last, as I mentioned to you before: torso, legs, arms, head, bottom. So what I want you to do, my LUG heads, is we got to start measuring these. All right, so we got to start measuring all of our stick figures out. Did our multiple figure shape, and the measurement is the head. So I'm gonna show you this many times over so that you get. So if our head, this right here, this is our measurement. I'll say 1 head. Now I'm gonna need y'all to stop talking about me and my bootleg writing and my spelling. Now, that's not fair to me. I'm an artist. All right, so we got our head. And what I want you to do for all you stick figures, if this is our measurement, top of the shoulders, bottom of our chest, we got our navel, we got bottom of our hip, our legs are 2 head lengths, actually upper part of leg 2, bottom part 2, equal measurements. So we got 1, got 2, 3, 4, and a little half right here. 1 head, 2 head, 3 head, 4 head. That's our legs. Do the same thing over here. 1, 2, kneecap right there. Let you know. I'll write in kneecap. Bottom of that calf muscle. Down here. So we got. This is going to help you before you start drawing for real. For folks or for any projects, whatever else. It's going to help you get your mind right for the proportions, since we don't use any type of reference material. So back for every little stick figure that we drew, for every little stick figure that we decided with our multiple figure shaping, this is the pose that we're going to come up with without any reference. Then I'll tell you where to take it from there. All right, my LUG Headz. So what we done so far is we did stick figures. You know, we're a no reference channel. We don't have a picture to look off of, right? So how do we come up with poses? We use our stick figures. Then we went to our multiple figure shaping. I'll do this real quick to where you can create different poses based upon the stick figure. We learned that you got to use torso first, legs second, arms third, your head last, because the head has more flexibility. So if you ever bumped into a problem when you draw from the head and going down, you run out of space, right? So how do we solve that problem? If we do our torso first, legs second, arms third, head last, we never run out of space. So you can fit what you're doing on the page if you kind of go in that order. I know it's kind of messed up and it's kind of blows your mind a little bit, but that's okay. So the head, we had our other tutorials about the head. So we're comfortable with drawing the head, different shapes, expressions, lips, mouth, nose, jaw, all that other kind of stuff. So if we're using our head as measurement, and we went through with all these stick figures that we multi-figure shape. Now, where do we go from here? Right? Got your stick figures, got everything kind of figured out. Now we go to figure shape. So what we do is we take our measurements, start boxing things out. So that way we have a good idea of what we're doing for a picture. Now, also want to mention to you, at this point, if this is our warm-up, or if this is how we're coming up with the page we're going to design, all your figures, they don't have to be anatomically all the way correct. That's why we render. That's why we erase. That's why we kind of go through this process in order to finalize our picture. You know, famous saying, I don't know if I'm definitely not the one that came up with it. One thing I always keep in mind, how do you eat an elephant? It's a piece at a time. So when we're drawing without any reference, how do we conquer this page? It is a piece at a time. And I've been showing you how we're capable of drawing without a reference. So kind of keep that in mind. If you've been practicing, like I advise you to practice. I'm not the brother that knows every damn thing about art. No one does. But some of these methods that I'll teach to you, continue to watch my channel. Some of these methods that I teach to you, you can take and you can elaborate on, learn more, do great things. Just want to show you what it's like when you're self-taught, no reference artist. So let me finish this up, and then what we'll probably do is I think I'll render this one. And what I mean by render is kind of shaping things up. We're gonna add anatomy to it too. Yeah, I know I said a bad word, right? Anatomy. But this is gonna let you know what you need to practice on. Because if you go through all these daggone stick figures and you're struggling on a certain part, like say for instance, struggling on this arm, that's gonna let me know that I need to get back into my books, figure out how I'm gonna do this so that it makes sense. We get to figure shaping. I'll come back real quick with some anatomy. You'll see the way I start breaking things down in order to show you a finished product. All right, my LUG Headz. So I wanted to go through and kind of do a recap of everything that we learned today about our stick figures and how we use them, and kind of your assignment moving forward. So we learned that we could create poses just out of using stick figures. And then we learned how to do multi-figure shaping with our stick figures to come up with new interesting poses that you might not have thought about before, but you can see how the stick figures move and how it's a little bit easier to kind of think of those poses when you're trying to draw a character or create a scene. We also learned how to use our head for our measurement, how we went with the torso first, the leg second, the arms third, and the head last, in order to establish our character, give them a little bit more gravity, a little bit more balance. And then we went to figure shaping and working on anatomy. So my challenge out there to you is to try to use some stick figures, come up with some interesting poses, get great at using your stick figures, because it's really going to help you when you're not using any type of reference material for your work. So I want to mention this to you as well. I hope everybody has Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, all that good stuff. I'll probably put out some more videos after the New Year's. It's time for all of us to sit back, settle down, celebrate with our loved ones, because tomorrow is not promised by anybody. So it's important to make the most out of the holiday season. If you're struggling out there, not really feeling it this year, my only advice to you, don't be an asshole and ruin it for other folks. And just know you're not alone. It can be tough during the holiday season. So keep your head up and continue to move forward. So on that note, until next time, my LUG Headz. Love y'all.